everyone, and welcome to my Proverbs home. I'm so glad that you're here today. Hope you're having a great day. The weather here is absolutely gorgeous. It is in the 60s. The wind is blowing. The sun is shining. It is beautiful today, so pretty, and I thought it's a beautiful enough day to have tea with you and to share some of my books. Some of the books that I have, I got them for free at my book signing last week. We had a book signing, and we always have the literacy program that's usually there, and they have free books. So I was trying to find books for my granddaughter, like chapter books for her age. They really didn't have anything, but they did have books for me to display in my kitchen. They did have books that have to do with fall. They did have books that have to do with nature, which, you know, homesteading, homemaking has to do with nature. We love nature. A lot of us homesteaders and homemakers, we really love nature. We love bringing our children, our grandchildren, even ourselves out into nature, to the woods, see all the beautiful wildflowers and all the beautiful animals. So these books are pretty terrific. And sometimes people may ask, but what do books have to do with homemaking? They have a lot to do with homemaking because they teach us about homemaking, especially the Tasha Tudor books, especially the books Treasures from Grandma and books about rabbits and animals. All those books can prepare you to be a homemaker, and they're really beautiful. So I'm not going to read all these books. We're just going to go through them, and I'm going to share with you a terrific cookbook. And you're going to be surprised who the author is. Let's go on ahead. I'm going to move the books to the corner for now. And let's go on ahead and have some tea together. Here I have my dainty little teacup. And I have my green tea, purple blueberry. So I'm going to have that. This is a small dainty cup. Just very tiny. This one is called Bone China. And it says Bone China Hand Cook. And it's from England. So let's go on ahead and let's get our tea bags out. I love tea. I think tea is great to have when you're reading a good book. This is a very interesting book. This is called Treasures from Grandma's Attic. I never knew about these books, and I looked them up, and they are very expensive. They're like $95 now to find one book. I even went on thriftbooks.com, and it was very hard to find these. They do have some that I'm thinking of ordering that are very inexpensive, but the older ones like this one, I couldn't find anymore. Grandma's wonderful memory, like Grandma's attic, holds a storehouse of treasures from the past. Anyone young enough to love a story, and that's just about everyone, will enjoy these glimpses of life on a Michigan farm 100 years ago. If you like anything to do with nature, finding books like this to do with homemaking, it just brings back so much from the past. It teaches so much about how they did their homemaking, what worked for them at this period of their lives. And display these books around your home, in your kitchen, in your bedroom. I mean, they're just pretty relaxing and enjoyable books. Love the story of the little princess. I just think it's a wonderful book. Yes, it's a little girl book, but I love these stories. I love these kind of books. They stay with you. They're treasures and stay with you for a very long time. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the author. Her name is Frances Eliza Hodgson Burnett. She was born November 24th in 1849. She lived till the 29th of October 1924. She was a British novelist and a playwright. She is best known for the 3 children's novels. She also published in 1885 to 1886 A Little Princess and The Secret Garden, which many of you have heard about that book. And she was born in England, in Manchester, England. After her father died in 1853, when Frances was 3 years old, the family fell on stringent circumstances in 1865, immigrating to the United States, settling in the New Market of Tennessee. Frances began her writing career there at age 19 to help earn money for the family. And she published lots of stories in magazines. In 1870, her mother died in Knoxville, Tennessee. In 1873, she married Swan Burnett, who became a medical doctor. So it's pretty interesting. I love reading about the authors and who they are. And this is just a really nice book. If you have never read Little Princess or Secret Garden, you might really like those two books. They're very, very interesting. A very nice book, and definitely a book you could put on display in your home. But I picked this book out of all the free books because I thought this book is a cute book for a home if you live in the country, or you don't live in the country. Maybe you live in the city, but you want that country feel in your home. This is a great book also to put on display in your kitchen, in your living room, in your children's room, wherever you want to put this, or you can use the pictures. So this is a nice book also to put on display. And I also like using pictures out of books, pictures that you can cut out and put in frames and put around your home. To the feeling of a farmhouse. Use pictures of animals to put them around your kitchen, you know, in your hallway and your dinette, wherever it is. This was a free book that I actually picked out, and I'm glad that I did because we're going to get a good use out of this book. Let me have another sip of tea. And then this one is one of my favorite that I saw. And it's this one. Little Rabbit's Loose Tooth by Lucy Bate. Pictures by Diane DeGroat. I just think that is such a beautiful cover. And that's why I picked it out. They didn't really have any books for, you know, older, for adult. They didn't have chapter books or anything like that. They just had these nice illustrated books. I thought this was perfect for the fall time to put in my kitchen. It's so pretty. I like that they're sitting at the table, they're sipping tea, they're having dessert, and they're talking. She has a beautiful homemaking dress on. It's a pretty flower dress, and I just thought that was so pretty. And here it actually has some things that have to do with homemaking. So these books are so cute. They're kind of inspiring also. Here, I love this page because they're sitting in their living room, in their family room, and I love the china on the shelf. They have pretty china, a wood stove, a little bunny, and they're playing music. And that has a lot to do with homemaking. These are books you can display around your home and make your home really special. It also enlightens them to take a book and say, oh, what is this? And look at the pages and read the words. I think this definitely promotes literacy in a home, is having books around your home and enjoying them. Okay, now this one I thought was very special, and this one is called Yonder. And it says by Toni Johnston, pictures by Lloyd Bloom. And this is from Scholastic. I thought this was a really nice book. Look at the picture of the family. Does that not remind you of the pioneer days? It's just really beautiful. I love this cover, and this is definitely a book that is going up in either my living room or my kitchen. This is just such a beautiful book. This was one of my favorite pages here. And it's a girl on a swing. And look at all the beautiful blossoms. Here she's making a quilt. So pretty to sit and make a quilt. To learn how to do patchwork. Those days aren't gone. They can still be here. We can still do things that are different, that are simple, that make life special. And here you can see the garden and the windows open and the curtains are blowing in the air. Just absolutely beautiful. I love this book. This is definitely going to go up. Here's the husband in the field, and they have horses, cats, chickens. So if you're interested in this book, it's called Yonder. Last but not least, let's get another sip of tea. Remember I told you I have a cookbook. This is the back cover. This is an amazing cookbook. This is a cookbook that I've gone through, and I've looked at the recipes, and they're very simple recipes. I was surprised when I saw this book when I ordered it last year. And this is the Tasha Tudor cookbook. So she didn't only write children's stories, she also wrote cookbooks. She has some great recipes in here that were recipes that she learned when she was a little girl. There are recipes she learned when she lived in England, and also friends of hers that made wonderful recipes in here. And this is one of my other favorite books. Look at the illustrations also. This one is for vegetable soup. And what I like, she talked about in this book how to use natural ingredients for your food. She says in this book, sometimes when people use shortcuts in their cooking, sometimes the food is not as good as when people use the foods and fresh vegetables out of their garden. And then here's got pea soup, recipe for pea soup, potato and onion soup, cream of mushroom soup. Just a really beautiful book. She has all sorts of recipes in here, and this is called the Tasha Tudor Cookbook. You can get this book on Amazon, and if you can't get it on Amazon, try thriftbooks.com. Mine is from thriftbooks.com. That's where I got my book from, and it was in great, excellent condition. I got it for a lot cheaper. So books are really special. And I think it's important that we share special books with our family. Teach them about nature, and we teach them about reading and drinking that delicious tea. This blueberry tea from Lipton is very delicious. I hope you were enjoying your tea while you were looking at your books or looking at these books. God bless you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video today. I hope you enjoy seeing some of my free books and how beautiful the illustrations are, how you can use books around your home to display them. And I hope that you also were enjoying your blueberry tea or whatever kind of tea you were drinking today. I was drinking blueberry, and I hope that you are being blessed, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.